Once upon a time, there was a fish. He was a bright orange fish. He had golden fins and golden lips and golden tips of his tails, and he swam the ocean for many, many years. But as his years progressed, the ocean became more and more troublesome. He could find fewer of his friends, and there were things floating in the water that got in his way. There were plastic bottles and bags and beer can loops and floating sofas and flotsam and jetsam of all kinds that had not been there before until the surface of the ocean became absolutely crowded, and he decided, enough of this. I am struggling and struggling and struggling to get through all of this noisy mess. I must go deeper and get away from it. And so he plunged down into the depths. And when he was about halfway to the bottom of the ocean, he saw strange creatures with 8 tentacled legs and big bulging eyes, and strange things that looked like treetops or some kind of wig that self-propelled through the water by flailing their arms or fronds or pulsing like a heart and thrusting themselves forward by flapping Lord knows what appendages. And he thought, well, these are wonderful and curious, but I'm spending all my time watching them throb, and I want peace. And so he plunged down deeper, down deeper, down deeper, until there was no light that pierced the darkness of the water, no light from the surface. But there was no plastic, and there were no odd fish. And finally, his nose touched the bottom of the ocean, and there he found very strange creatures indeed. Some were very pure, clear in color, and some of them were very, very dark, the same color as the nighttime of the ocean. But they had little places of their bodies that lit up with their own light. He met creatures who provided their own light from within their own self. And amongst these creatures he stayed, honoring the quiet darkness at the bottom of the ocean. And the longer he stayed down there, the more peaceful he felt. Until one day he was inspired to go back up to the surface to see what had happened. And when he went back up, he met an old friend, a porpoise, who beheld him and said, "My friend, you were once the orange fish. What has happened to you?" And the orange fish said, "I have been spending some marvelous quiet time at the bottom of the ocean. Why, what do you notice is different about me?" And the dolphin said, "Well, I don't know what you've been doing down there, but your time on the bottom of the ocean has turned your entire body to gold."